Ah, yes. To be back again. How sweet it is. Andy Pardoff, alongside my colleague Mark Rosen. Very excited to be back, as you can tell. Mark's been waiting to do this all day. I've been at work. He's been sitting at home compiling stats, other things that we could use in tonight's show. So,
I love that music. Now, 105.3, they're really treating us well over there. Brand new corporation coming up, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We're doing big things. So all you sister stations down there, including one Mr. Doug Karsh, Jeff Rieger, he's sucking on ours in about 6 months.
Okay, there we go. We're about 9 minutes into filming, and he's made 7 or 8 dick jokes, so it's going to be a good night. Can only imagine. He's going to be putting up Barry Bonds numbers, talking about male genitalia. So
1:35 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, 31 degrees in the beautiful Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Bundle up, kids, because it's going to be one wild ride as we take you through the nights on 105.3 The Fan.
Wouldn't you be telling them to buckle up if it was a rough night?
Indeed it is. But now we're going to talk about college basketball. How's your bracket looking?
I think my bracket was out on the second day.
I'll tell you what, I had Baylor and Tennessee
Did you?
in the championship.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what it's going to be.
Baylor and Tennessee?
Baylor and Tennessee.
Yeah, that's
I've
pretty
had them
crazy
since
that
day
you
one,
picked that.
folks. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Indeed. I also had Xavier going deep, making the deep run.
No, he did, yeah.
And Murray State losing in the second round.
Yeah, he had that.
Yeah, and, amongst other things.
I don't think he had any of those. I think he had Louisville coming out of that region.
Indeed, I did. Indeed,
yeah, how's
did.
that going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Did they even win their first game?
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't?
It lost me about $15,000.
Yeah, probably more like $5.
Yeah.
But we'll
$5 on the downside.
Either or.
Downside. But on top of that, talking about college hoops tonight, 2 Final Four set. Butler and Brad Stevenson squad rolling on. On top is...
One reason I like Butler is that Brad Stevens looks like he's maybe 24 years old.
He's 33 to be exact. But
looks 24.
Yeah, good enough. I mean, cool enough to hang out with us. Probably come to the wayside.
I feel like we'd be friends.
So I think we all would. I think we'd all get along.
would too.
And on top, John Calipari and his Kentucky Wildcats, thank God they finally lose. And it will be funny to see tomorrow in the papers John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and I'm sure Eric Bledsoe all will be declared for the draft.
I think Patrick Patterson is a 9th-year senior is going to be, he probably has to go to the draft now too.
I'm sure Calipari can find a way to make him come back for one more year if he wanted to.
That's true.
So Kentucky's out, and tomorrow Michigan State, Tennessee tip at 2:30. Who do you like in this one? I like the athleticism. I like Tom Izzo, but I love Bruce Pearl. I love me some Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl he's the most exciting coach in college basketball.
I mean, he's one of those guys you just always want to play for, and on top, there's things floating around that he did hook up with Aaron Andrews. We're not saying that's true here. Our sources.
We might be.
EMC,
we might actually be saying
TMZ, all that good stuff. So
VH1.
I mean, but Bruce Pearl's a great guy. But what I like about State, though, is their athleticism. They're going to be missing Kalen Lucas, though. And Tennessee, like me and you have discussed before, they're either going to come out and play like they did against Kentucky or Kansas, or they're going to go out like they have against Alabama and Arkansas and getting beat. So you just don't know what's going to show up.
They're either going to win by 15 or lose by 15.
State showed up, took care of business against Northern Iowa.
But Northern Iowa was winning that game, and Northern Iowa hung around the whole time until the last 8 or 9 minutes. And it's because their best player shot.
Yeah, he didn't show up last night, that's for sure.
That Frukmanesh is an 87% career free throw shooter, and I believe he missed all 3 of his first 3 free throw attempts when he was fouled about 2 minutes into the game. So they beat a team, an already undermanned, undersized, just team that couldn't match up with State athletically with a bunch of guys that looked like they were from the Hills Have Eyes. But
then in comes tomorrow, Tennessee's team who's much more athletic, much taller, much quicker.
Tennessee matches up a lot better.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even know what the total is, but I'm taking the over in this one. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be up-tempo. And if Lucius and them, they can hang on. I mean, Summers shows up. It's going to be a good game. It'll be interesting to see. And whoever rolls on, they play a dangerous Butler team. So the Final Four set tomorrow, then at 5:10, I believe, is Duke and Baylor. Who knows what's going to happen there? Duke really hasn't been matched up whatsoever in the tournament so far. They've rolled.
No one in their region has.
But I also think this has been the weakest bracket decided to come out of the Baylor Duke side.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
really don't know much about Baylor.
Don't care to.
Probably the fourth best team this year in the Big 12 statistically. So we'll see what happens.
I think
there.
Duke walks in that game, and I think Tennessee.
You're taking Tennessee.
I'll take Tennessee.
I'm gonna go with Michigan State.
I think
here.
Tennessee. I'll call Tennessee wins by 9. I want to say something like 74-65.
The thing that popped out to me is Tom Izzo's been to the regional final 7 times since '99. So
You can only that I understand that, and I'm not downplaying anything Tom Izzo's done because he's a great
the
coach.
Michigan State hater hanging their part up.
He's let me talk here. He's one of the best motivators in college basketball. He recruits so well. This team, though, is one that he hasn't had control all year. They've
True.
been giving him more problems than any team that he's had, even though they have former Big Ten Player of the Year, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Big Ten Rookie of the Year. Every Big Ten basketball award, Kalen Lucas has won. Kalen Lucas is a phenomenal player. He's one of the best leaders, one of the best point guards in college basketball. But in comes Corey Lucius, who is his backup, won the game against Gravis Vasquez and no one else on Maryland. Gravis Vasquez might have had all 84 points in that game.
Probably.
He probably could have.
Nah.
But I don't see this Michigan State team without Kalen Lucas winning this game. I feel like Tennessee's playing well. Tennessee beat Ohio State, one of the tri-champions of the Big Ten this year, with Evan Turner, who is a monster. Shut Evan Turner down.
You watching this right now on is it up? It looks like Louisiana Tech. That's the University of Minnesota. See, I thought it said the Minnesota Twins there for a second.
Oh, okay.
And I was getting a little too excited. But back on top, the one thing, yeah, you're right. This state team hasn't been as powerful as they were last year. They're not as good. They're not as big, so it's going to depend on what Draymond Green.
They have to rebound
and
like they've been rebounding, and they have to. You can only be on a streak like this so well and get lucky so many times without your best player.
Yeah.
If you can't pull away from a team like Northern Iowa and you beat them by 8 points. You play a Tennessee team who plays in the SEC, who's played better teams all year. Yes, Northern Iowa beat Kansas, they beat UNLV, but those are games that go down to the wire. They're one of the stories of the tournament. Them, Butler, the fact that no one's bracket is going to score more than 900 points in any ranking system.
Mm-hmm.
This year in college basketball has just been a mess. Texas, the former number 1 seed, 3 weeks in is an 8 seed in the tournament or a 9 seed in the tournament.
Yep.
College basketball has just been so unpredictable. I don't see Michigan State winning this game though. I feel like Bruce Pearl and the Volunteers will be
Who
dancing.
would ever thought? I mean, that'd be cool to see. Love Tennessee. Like I said though, so it will depend on how they come out tomorrow. Because I mean, Tennessee, they've looked bad at time to time, and the only thing that you can maybe pull up is that state team that beat Kentucky. I wouldn't have the year. Would that be? You remember that a couple of years ago? I mean, they went to the Final Four that year, and that team, I believe, was a 6 or 7 seed. They weren't even picked to go there. So we'll see how it comes out. But you're right. Statistically, Tennessee is going to be the favorite here, and they should win the game. But you can only root for, you got to root for the home team. So I'm going to roll with State there, and we'll see what happens. And like I said, Duke, I think we're both in agreement. So that would set up a Final Four of Butler, Tennessee. That'd be exciting. And then Duke and West Virginia. And if out of those 4 teams, from what I've seen all year, West Virginia would be the best team in the Final Four. You might not agree, but it's the Big East. West Virginia, they're here to play. And Kentucky's been so dominant all year. They just got smashed tonight. So I say West Virginia. You might like Duke. You might like Shire. Hopefully you like Butler, though. I'd love to see Butler going home to Indianapolis to win a national championship.
Duke doesn't... Okay, stop throwing penalties.
Sorry.
He's getting a little antsy. Duke doesn't count in this discussion because for the sole reason that Nolan Smith is like their only black player. Duke only recruits white McDonald's All-Americans.
Yeah.
You can go Christian Laettner. Carlos Boozer doesn't count. I don't think he's black. He's just dirty. Sheldon Williams doesn't count. I'm talking like J.J. Redick, Josh McRoberts, Kyle Singler, John Shire, all these, they don't count. But my point is, you gotta love a team whose best player is a white guy. I like Butler and Gordon Hayward.
And they
love me some Gordon Hayward.
They're rolling.
They're the
hometown team.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see. The Final Four could go anyway. If Duke gets hot, Duke's real scary.
I can't stand Duke though. I
can't
stand
stand
Coach K. I can't stand that program. They're just. I can't even fathom, what I want to say about Duke. I just can't stand them. So
We'll cut it out there.
we'll hold it out there. So like I said, so who do you want to see? You're taking Butler to win it all? That's who you like?
We'll get back to that when we come right back.